All right, welcome everyone. Starting the May 13th Libertarian Party of Maine XCOM meeting, calling this meeting to order at 1909. First order of business is approving minutes of last meeting. Did anyone get a chance to review those? And do I have a motion to accept?
Move to accept.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
I
Any
no,
opposed?
I oppose to your yawning. That's contagious.
Okay. All right, moving on. 1910, Treasurer's Report.
Then I'm gonna need your help with that again because
All right, I'm on it.
isn't
So,
so Dan, are you in yet?
I don't have if memory serves, Jim, you have to assign me a user account from within the portal.
Okay.
Like as far as Emma said, we're all squared away, I believe.
I'm not sure about
I think Jim, you were the last to have a signature missing on one of the accounts, but I think
I set.
last I heard we're all good.
Yep, we are.
So,
Should be.
we just need to get login accounts for Jason, myself, and Ben. If Ben even wants it, I mean, he's approved to have it, but
Yeah. I have a list of things that I want to work on, and I decided to do it right actually at convention during some dead time. So that's probably a good use of time right there, and that's probably
good
one of them.
idea.
Yep.
All right, Jason or Jim and Jason.
All right, stand by. I'm going to ask for circle back to that. I'll pull up the information shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on to IT tech report. Whatever you got, Joe. What, are you frozen?
He is. He is.
Oh, Joe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what the heck's going
Tech,
on.
text him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll move along to region reports. Starting with Brian.
Um, as we talked in the last meeting, we've started doing tabling events. Um, I'm still looking to get a price for the Blueberry Festival tabling for Machias in August. Let me see. I am gonna do a tabling event with the New Brunswick Libertarians in August as well here in
Oh,
Calais.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just talking to them on Twitter recently.
yeah. They I reached out a couple weeks ago. They got back to me, so they're gonna come across the border and set up a table with me.
Perfect.
Uh,
That's
one
cool.
thing, one thing I had questions about when we're doing tablings, if someone wants to do a cash donation, how do we go about doing that?
Take their money.
Just take it?
Give him a
I would
receipt.
say I would say take their money and then probably Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, we would just like, either we don't have a state Venmo, right?
yeah, technically we do because it's part of PayPal.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you could go that route. Just take pocket the cash and then Venmo or PayPal over to the state account.
Okay. That at the last tabling event, I just talked the guy into purchasing tickets for the raffle instead.
Cool.
Um, Other than that, I've been keeping an eye out for some of the state candidates that are coming through, setting up events. I'm going to try to catch a few of those in the upcoming weeks. Yeah, I think that's all I got for now.
All right.
Make
It
sure you write up
look
a receipt though if you do get cash.
Yep.
I thought I saw Joe come back in. Anyway, just a point of order. Sean, you've got those details under the Western region and not the Eastern region.
Okay.
Point of order, shall we circle back to the treasurer's report? Get some numbers?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Our regular account stands at $455.85. Our secondary account is at 14,774.04.
Just hold on a second. Let Sean
Yep.
catch up.
Yep, sure.
What was the primary again?
Primary is 454.85. And the PayPal account is 931.51. So I do want to say, for the record, that I think we need to take a little time when we're together next week and just scrutinize some of these. Oh, I never heard back from her. I'll jump that. I'll step that up. Some of these charges that we've been hit with, and see what we can do to cut down on that, so we don't deplete ourselves there.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's one of. There's like 2 or 3 things I want to take time with when we're all together, be it on the Thursday or whatever,
sure.
at convention.
And on that too, it was a goal of ours, I think, in the last XCOM, but I'd like to kind of put it to the forefront that we have a budget drawn up, of some sort, just so that we know what our monthly expenses are and what our potential target goal of inbound money might be, because this is something that we all need to be very cognizant of, as Jason has informed us and reminded us every week or every month.
So I'm getting in late Wednesday night. I've got pretty much all Thursday to congregate or whatever.
I'll be there Wednesday afternoon. Actually, I'll be there Wednesday, like at noon.
Okay. Let's ask now. Should we do this over breakfast, over lunch? What are our thoughts here? I'm good for anything.
We can. I mean, keep in mind we need at least 4. Well, actually, most of us are going to convention, so we would have quorum. So, yeah, let's just use the convention chat when we all get there, and we can kind of go from there. We don't really need to solidify it now.
All right.
All right. Now that Joe's back, can we return to the IT tech reports, please?
Hello. Yeah, sorry about that. I had, in the process of straightening this area up, I seem to have kicked my network cable out. But
I apologize, Joe, for not getting a screenshot of you when you were frozen. It was
I'm sure it was glorious.
Man. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, that's something we should do. Anybody gets frozen, we take a screenshot of it and use it.
Idea.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. Pretty much status quo. I did get in and I did some work about 2 weeks ago. We've been talking about needing to make sure that when somebody filled out one of the forms, that they got redirected to a thank you or back to the home page instead of being stuck. So that's been taken care of. The form's being filled out on HubSpot, and I'll return you back to the website as well. So that's been taken care of. And I started working up a primer on how to actually use the data that we have in there. I'm not as far along as I was hoping to be. Obviously, I was hoping to be able to have already done training last month, but life got in the way, Yep. So I'm going to continue building out that. I think actually what I'm probably going to end up doing, as I've been sitting here typing all this out, I'm going, nobody really wants to hear all this or read all this. So I'm thinking maybe what I'm going to do is just put together kind of a screen grab video of how to walk through the steps. So that way when people log, whomever needs to access the HubSpot data, they'll be able to actually watch a video of somebody logging in and accessing the data.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
You know, as opposed to trying to read through and understand what I'm saying in my diatribes about things.
Yeah.
So I started putting together pieces of, okay, what do my scenes need to be here to show what important workflow we need to do? So yeah, there's that.
Are you planning on doing that as like a PowerPoint on the shared drive, or?
Actually, what I was going to, I was just going to make it an actual video.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then
That's fine.
I can stick it up on my Vimeo account, or we can stick it up on YouTube and just make it private, and just give, you know, those of us who need to see it the links, that kind of stuff. So one way or the other, just make it as easy to access as possible. And I'll have, like I said, I already have some rough notes around what I was trying to show anyway, and we'll put that up on the drive.
One question: were you able to determine about what the stipulations or restrictions are of the free account on HubSpot?
Yeah, I think right now the issue appears to be more of a consent issue as opposed. Let me put it to you this way: the HubSpot data that we don't have explicit consent from everybody that's on the list of email.
Okay.
And we do on MailChimp.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
It does.
Now we can go in and say, okay, anybody who's on the MailChimp list has consented, and we can do a cross consent that way. But from what I'm reading, so we don't run afoul of the political emails, the unsolicited political email thing, we may need to actually send a reminder first and give people the option to be able to unsubscribe from getting an email from a HubSpot component.
Okay. So I guess does HubSpot's free, because you said it was like 1,000 entries, right? Is that what the okay. So is that emails, or is that like actual members, like customers, if you will?
That's how many people are in the contacts
that would include emails.
Exactly. So that would be emails. It's per person that's in our uncontacted list. The other thing that, speaking of that I want to put in there, we have dramatically, I hate to say eliminated, but I'm close to saying eliminated most of the spam signups.
Sweet.
I forgot to even let anybody know I did this. reCAPTCHA, which is Google's, are you a human thing? They're doing some wonky stuff with it that I don't think is libertarian oriented, where we might actually be getting to the point to where you would have to be authenticated through an app on your phone to be able to then do the reCAPTCHA. This is something that we're getting into now. This is a result of what's going on with the EU influencing what we're being subjected to here in the U.S. It's running rampant. I pointed out what was going on with Discord a couple of months ago. It's going to be something that's going to keep bubbling up and bubbling up and bubbling up. But at this point, I think we're in pretty decent shape with what we're using, which is actually using Cloudflare's version of it, which they have no spoken interest in complying with EU garbage except for the EU alone. And they've been pretty clear about that. They're much more about privacy. I mean, they're a proxy service, so I mean, that's what we're using. And right now it seems to be the preferred place to take everybody's "Are you human?" stuff and just get away from Google in general. Part of the other issue that I've got with Google is it's sucking in information that you aren't necessarily, when you're consenting and saying, yes, I'm a human, and you're coming in through a Chrome browser or a browser that's logged into a Google website at some point, it is, from everything that has been reported, it is actually sucking your Google, basically it's like a session ID. So it's a traceable piece of data that comes back through Google, through the yes, I'm human. And it's not supposed to be being used, but some people think it might be. So again, not really a free to me kind of thing. Cloudflare is using what they've always used, and they're just doing a much better job of presenting it. So I'm really happy with it. I'm not just using it with the LP. I've been using it with a couple of other sites as well, and it's worked out really well. Because remember, if you're getting, let's say, 50 fake signups to the email list a week, well, okay, think about it. We've got about 400 seat licenses headroom. You know what I mean? It's really fast when we start bumping into that 1,000 threshold real quick. And
so does it make sense for us to keep our mailing separate from?
It's fun, yeah, because this is garbage that's being bot generated through the forms. So like the mail.
What is? Oh, I see. Okay, I was gonna say, what is the What did you look at what the paid versions of HubSpot were? Because I think we're paying $60 a month for MailChimp.
It's more expensive because of the entire suite of things. I would call it cost prohibitive. I think it was in the couple $100 range a month. So we're trying to live in the below 1,000. I've got some updates I need to do on the back end manually on the website. Other than that, I mean, I know we've been seeing this persistent email to the admin channels from Meta. You had sent me an email about it a while back. It's garbage. Ignore it. It's phishing.
Also, is there a sorry to interrupt, but is there a is there a way to filter a group email? Because I don't know about you guys, but I really don't care about the absentee voter but we're all getting that from every town that sends it to us.
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
We can. I can go into the Google.
I'm just wondering if there's a way of
blacklist an email. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about blacklist. Just like put it. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, if we're blacklisting it, it's not like it's being reported as being a spammy email. It's just not coming to us. I mean, we could always turn it back on whenever. We just remove it out of the blacklist. Okay. The other option would be just to you can actually just tell the Gmail client itself to go ahead and treat this as whatever category you want it to be. Notifications, urgent, not whatever. Do that, and then it'll be there, but it won't be in your primary email box. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, that Meta thing, Meta decided that they were going to go and actually implement their administration, like page administration component, enterprise administration component, into something that looks, like something you would have seen 5 years ago instead of something that you would have seen 25 years ago. And so part of that is they're allowing you to get authorizations for other business groups to come in and have access to your business group. Obviously, if you see anything from those things, don't touch them. Just delete them, ignore them, whatever. If there's something that we're expecting to see, we'll be looking for it. If something just shows up, there's no reason for anybody to be sending us any sort of request to allow them access to any of our stuff.
Okay. Cool. Anything on the region? Because the region section, as we're going to move back to that. You're good.
I have not been able to do anything. It's like I said, I just haven't been able to do anything with it. It's just not in. I don't have the bandwidth. All
right. Moving on to Sean for his region report.
Nothing new since the county meeting.
Right.
Would this be the?
We've got time. You talking about convention?
Yeah,
We've got time later on.
Yeah. Okay. So,
and Joe's not here, so moving on. Gina's not here. Tabling that. The only other thing I wanted to touch base on is just everyone, please continue to keep your ears open on a potential chair for legislative committee. This is going to be something we might be able to leverage AI with. I'm not sure. Haven't really dug into that with Jason yet, but that might be something we could maybe even create an AI agent that could kind of do that for us. All right, moving on to old business. This is just kind of a heads up to everyone. I sent you guys all an email. I generated a asset tracker sheet that's sitting on the cloud server. So if you have any either personal tabling materials or party property, just be sure to log into that and log whatever you've got in the appropriate columns there. I can talk a little bit about the roundtable pod. So we've recorded and published 4 episodes, or we've recorded 5 episodes, published 4. Jason is in the process of doing a rough edit on episode 5, but we're also trying to get Tim McIver and Joe Weeks up to speed in a producer capacity. Just because Matt's got some medical issues that are recurring that can take him out of the running for a couple days, and he didn't want to be the linchpin in us getting an episode out. So episode 5 was kind of more of a general episode, and we're going to release it whenever it's ready. Hopefully after LNC convention, we can start getting back in the swing of things and being a little bit more regular like we were at first.
Are you all planning on having a post-mortem on the convention as well episode?
Oh, for sure. Yes. Yeah, I had considered bringing my mobile stuff with me to do an episode at convention, but to be completely honest, I'm going to be extremely busy at convention as chair and delegation chair. So, and I'm also volunteering for Pat and the MC independently to help with convention various capacities. So I wasn't going to necessarily have the time to do an episode. But yes, certainly going to do a postmortem on that, and all are welcome. The day of service, just kind of bringing this up for the region reps to give some thought to an event that you could have. We used to do this biannually. I know we've kind of fallen off that. We usually did it, I think it was Earth Day. And does anyone else remember when we did the second one? Typically, was it around like Thanksgiving, maybe?
I don't know. We always just, at least up here, we kind of stuck with the help for homeless up here, so I can't speak to that.
Something I want to get back into the habit of. So region reps be thinking about ideas, and we can kind of discuss in further detail on the Discord. As far as like picking a date that we can all do something in our regions, statewide, and then we can advertise and all that. Touching base again on the virtual meetup, we are planning on continuing this. I think. I know we had decided, like, what did we discuss? Was it like every other month we were going to try and do one? Does that sound right? We did one in April.
Honestly, can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did,
I mean,
yeah.
It's kind of going to be one of those things that, I mean, it's still a moving target. I'm fine with doing one, early June, maybe. We can advertise as such after that. So this is convention barbecue. So as you all know, we have to hold a convention in an even numbered year per the state. We do convention yearly anyway as a party, but it is a requirement. I know we just had a convention in November. So looks like we set the date of July 11, time to be determined. Sean, did you have any luck with, I don't know where you're going to want to put this, but feel free to just put another tab in there or something. and kind of take it away on what you found out.
Okay, I have gotten forms from the city of Lewiston regarding their parks. It involves a $50 non-refundable fee to apply.
Okay.
And requires approvals from multiple departments, including police and fire, especially if barbecue equipment is involved. And there are fees. Bring up. Lewiston. Okay, it's not. Well, I'll share it on the Discord after the meeting, but there are fees that vary depending on the size of what park you're using, and if a certain threshold, I think it's like 50 people are expected to show. There's porta potty is to be concerned with. They may even require insurance. I don't know, and that's even before we even get to a tent or anything.
May I say fuck Lewiston?
Yeah.
That's where I'm headed with this.
Yeah. Why even bother? And you know what we're going to be fighting? We're going to be fighting the creatures that are allowed to run rampant over there. I mean, I deal with it 3 or 4 times a week. There has to be a better option. I mean, even Auburn, for Pete's sake.
That's where I'm starting to sniff around them. It doesn't look as bureaucratic. You know, it could be a situation like we had with Portland and South Portland for a campaign where South Portland was much easier.
Sean, refresh my memory. I know you told me. What's the name of where did we hold the 2016 convention in Lewiston? The former church there?
The Agora Center.
Yeah.
And that was during a time when the guy who owns it, maybe he still does, I don't know if he's still the same guy, was active in the LP. He's not anymore, but at the time he was also just getting the center renovated, and so it was usable, but it wasn't ready for his main business with it, which is holding big events like weddings in this big center. And I just went to their website and, oh no, you don't want to go there. Because it's summer prime time for his business. He's not giving up a Saturday when he can collect nearly $2,000.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I have looked to one place already that I've heard back from Da Vinci's there in Lewiston. That could be costly, but it's all inclusive.
Well, we're gonna want to do this on the cheap.
Yeah, and so at least to get an idea of what cheap means. How much did our last convention cost us?
The one in November?
Yes.
I think it was around $2,000. Jason, do you know? Do you remember?
It's around there, yeah. Yeah.
It was like $2,200.
Well, this
so
really like
my initial sticker shock isn't as bad. Da Vinci's, they have a function room which includes AV, no extra charge. They just charge for food. It's like, but it's 35 plus something a head and a $750 minimum.
I mean, they have a nice room in the back. That's where I'm sure this is being talked about. I mean, it's.
If you're looking on the cheap, though, I mean, okay. If Lewiston's going to be a pain in the ass, forget them.
Auburn,
but I mean, is Auburn easier to deal with?
I mean, I don't know. In my experience to this point, I've had a lot more luck being able to get answers from the town of Auburn than I have the town, and I'm saying town intentionally, of Lewiston.
Yeah.
So
Another question.
I've had good luck with Bangor, but I don't want it. I mean, I want it centrally located. You know.
So this is my thought on this convention. In my opinion, this is checking a box and giving us a reason to talk some business. We're not going to be holding elections. I believe that's what we decided, right?
Right.
We have nothing to vote on as far as like we don't need to do anything with bylaws because we did that last time. This is literally to check a box for the state. So I would view this as literally just a barbecue. I would be fine with having this at a member's house in the backyard.
I mean, Pentagill Park, I mean, I used to live right next to it. I mean, there's never anybody there unless there's active baseball or softball going on. There are facilities to go to the bathroom and whatnot there. I mean, that would also be an option. I'm kind of digging around over here to see if I can see anything online about cost or whatever.
We also had a lot of people registering libertarians in Lewiston and Auburn. I want to take advantage of that.
Right. No, and that's
Yeah.
that's
Well,
why
and I
we
mean,
should
it's
definitely
kind of
keep
the
it in that
epicenter
area.
right now, really, for being able to actually do something.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So for that reason, if Lewiston is going to be a pain in the ass, let's. I still like to keep it in the area. I lived in Auburn for a year and a half. I didn't get to know the town too well, but yeah, I mean, well, Joe, you have better knowledge than I do about it. You've had better luck.
Yeah, generally speaking, I mean, even on basic services level, I mean, Lewiston's having a bad problem right now anyway. Not just with the obvious stuff, but I mean, internally, city government is having a major problem, and they have all of their unions threatening to strike right at this moment. So I don't think anybody wants to be messing with anything around Lewiston right now because they're over 8 jobs being cut. And I think they're really nervous. And honestly, good. I hope they're nervous. Those people can go to hell.
Well, all right. So let's. I mean, obviously, you can get a cost-effective outdoor convention there in a city park.
Right.
That's why I'm thinking. Can we reshift our focus to Auburn? And I'll be happy to spend a bunch of time at convention to help look it up.
Well, I was just going to say I would like to table this topic and put it onto the planning committee, which is you, Sean, and Brian.
All right, we're all gonna be.
Anyone else is free to join, obviously. Would it be prudent for us though right now to vote on a budget?
I want to talk it over. I want to talk it over with what we can do first. Yeah. Sean and Brian, how you feel about meeting for lunch on Thursday in Grand Rapids?
Also keeping in mind there are breakout sessions going on during meals and whatnot. Oh, right. Brian just dropped.
Well, Thursday's the day before.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking Thursday's that's a good day to. I plan on getting a bunch of stuff done. Yeah, it's not like I'm going to walk around Grand Rapids. I'd like to, but now we got stuff to do.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's agree to having lunch when Brian gets back on. Well, oh, there he is.
Sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. Can you you're driving out. Are you going to be there by lunchtime on Thursday?
Yeah, I'll be there probably Thursday morning.
Okay. Yeah, let's meet for lunch. Time, place, TBD.
Okay.
And get this going here. And who knows, might even make a few phone calls right then and there just to try to cinch as much as we can.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right. Anything else on convention from anyone? Good. Just keep in mind that we will likely need to do this via the committee and or email motions, just given that our next meeting is not until, come on, why is my calendar not popping up?
Be June 10th.
Thank you. And then that would only give us a month until the event. So
right.
let's err on the side of being over prepared and early with this one, just so that we can all focus on other shit.
Right.
Moving on to new business. First item, I created a LPME contact list. This has got all of us in there. It's on the route and the in the cloud drive. When you get a chance, just follow that link and enter in your info, please. And also, if you have any county chairs, just add them in there as well. This is going to be an evolving living document that when we can even add a tab to it that can be for such things like leads or anything like that in any capacity. So just that exists. Sean, did I see your hand? Did you just? No, okay. Thought I saw it out of the corner of my eye. So we have MailChimp and Camden reoccurring expenses. Jim, what did you hear back on the $30 expense?
I'm looking at an email from Emma. We went back and forth with emails. Basically, that is a setup of certain type of a account we have, which gave us free wire transfers. And this was at a time when we were doing wire transfers to our fundraiser, Scott. Now it doesn't look like it's a good investment. So I'm thinking that I'm going to shoot her back another email here and say, because I want to talk with you guys first, I want to see what other options are. I mean, if it was fine when we were doing, 2 or 3 of these or weekly wire transfers, which are what, $15-20 each. Now it doesn't look like it. So I'm going to ask what are there other options. I'll tell you what, I'll just CC you on it, Dane, and we'll take it from there.
Just a point of curiosity from when I used to do wires to them on a previous fundraiser. The wires are $15, but it requires that fee.
The problem was
something. If I understand correctly, the $30 was something was upgrading our account that then we wouldn't have to pay the per wire transfer.
So it was instead of the $15 price.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You'd have a monthly dollar flat fee of $30 unlimited or X amount of wire transfers, or you pay per.
Like a checking plus kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and
so yeah, that pretty much means if we're not doing wires at all, get rid of it.
Right. Well, yeah. And
until
besides,
until we need it. But I would just have the conversation with Emma of how easy is it to go back and forth from the accounts, or
Fair enough.
All right. Yeah. I mean, and by the way, it's Scott didn't do Venmo. He doesn't do Venmo. He doesn't do any of the other cash apps or anything like that, which is a little weird in 2026. But that's just him.
If I recall the quantities he dealt with, it was less in fees than you would do through a Venmo or PayPal.
All right. Well, but anyway, yeah, that's the important thing is let me get back to Emma. I'm going to CC you, Dane, and we'll figure from there. And of course, I'll CC you, Jason, as well.
Okay. We also have a monthly MailChimp cost. It seems like HubSpot's not going to be an option to handle that. So everyone just keeping in mind, we've got currently actually, Jason, what is our monthly expenditures? Do you know?
Total per month?
Yeah.
$236.86.
Okay. So keep that in mind. We've got under $500 on our primary account right now. And if we're not bringing money in, we're slowly dwindling that down, and we're going to have to start going into our rainy day secondary account.
Right.
All right. On the topic of funds, I recently paid up our Riverside subscription as a donation, making me a lifetime member of LPME this year. But something to be aware of come next year, if we continue with the podcast, that's just under $500 a year. Yes, Joe?
May we backtrack for just a second? I've got the numbers for HubSpot versus MailChimp.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I was saying, the HubSpot thing is going to be $15 a month per user.
Ooh.
Unless
wait, time out. What does that mean? Does that mean like an actual like a login? No, okay, that's like per contact.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why we're trying to stay under that 1,000 threshold, because the free is good. That sucks.
Oh, how much per user?
$15 a month per user.
So
Okay.
it sounds like
Per
HubSpot
login, if you go over 1,000
Correct.
entries.
Correct.
So
So
it
as long as we keep
sounds
it under 1,000, and we can do that easily. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. It sounds like HubSpot will continue to be our CRM, and that will be for members only. And then looks like we can continue to use MailChimp. I strongly urge all of you to start using it more because, again, I don't know. I think the last email we sent was Jim to go to advertise for um our virtual meetup.
Right.
So that was a $60 email.
Well, who
Right.
is okay? So the email communications and things like that. Who is doing that? What committee is that?
It
Is
really
there a
isn't.
committee?
Not really. No.
It's something I did on a fair amount before basketball season kicked in, and I need to get
We've
back
got
into it
enough
a little
shit
bit.
going on, but
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause my question is there a place where we could nest that where that could be handled in a committee that's taking care of, let's say, making sure at least one or two go out a month, you know, like a what's going on
Well,
in libertarianism or whatever, you know.
So that would sort of come under the marketing committee. However, that's a fairly new committee as well, from which a lot of us are a part of. I could certainly bring that up in the next meeting. I can talk to Gina, who chairs that. I think that's actually a really good idea.
I would also argue that's also an outreach thing, so the buck stops here on that.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think
or a
marketing and outreach
collaboration.
is,
Yeah, and I'd be happy to collaborate with Gina, of course.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we fold that into marketing, have marketing do, both our branding, our outreach, all of that. I think that kind of sits there.
Yeah.
So I would implore you, Jim, to touch base with Gina. She'll be at convention.
Great.
All right. So we are good with that. Sean, did you have any luck with finding a sideline alternative?
I came enamored with the type of system we have at work, but I realized that is a little too much of a kludge for what we're doing. It would be $25 a month, maybe 10 if we just limited the features down. But
I mean, really, all we need is call forwarding to a couple numbers.
yeah, and then it's not
And
like
we had to
what I was
maintain
thinking
our
is
existing number as
I
well.
mean, are we looking for like a small business redirect kind of system thing, like Grasshopper or something like that?
Yeah, I think the best one available would be like Uma. That I think can be practical, fully cloud, and can be done, I think, through apps. That, however, does $25, and if you're doing it to more than one person, then it gets into more per line. The other thing I was thinking of, which I think is a bit of a kludge, but they may add features to make it reasonable, is what I have. It's my Unify router box essentially. It also has, you can install a phone system on there with attendance. You pay $10 or $25 for a phone number, and you can have a full auto attendant tree of a thing and forward to whatever numbers you want for any number of people. They don't do any per user fees. It's just access to a number.
Jim, because you're the only one with access to Sideline, can I ask you to contact them and see who actually owns the digits, the number itself, if it's theirs or if it's actually ours?
200-9997. My understanding is we can port over to anything else on the time we wanted. That's actually one of the things I wanted to do next week at convention, is to help you out too and find you something that actually works for you.
Right. I mean, I don't really care what we use. The only reason why we're having this discussion is because for some reason Sideline has my number blacklisted for some reason. And it was not me. It was someone who had my number before me.
Okay. Yeah, let's I'm gonna put that if it's okay with you, if this can wait till next Thursday, I'll put that on the party
Sure.
event list. Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Moving on. I would really just need to just say that Jason, if you could work on a budget between now and next meeting, um, just to have ready to prepare or to present so we can kind of all get on board with or all be apprised of what our ins and outs are, and so that we all are on the level with that. Next item, I wish Joe were here for this, but next item is the Tom Woods cruise is porting in Portland in August. So we can talk about this in July or even June. But Sean, you might want to kind of look to see what you're doing that day. It would be good if a couple of us were down there. I was thinking maybe a table on the street, or maybe, I mean, I don't know. There's gonna be a ton of libertarians in Portland that day. So it's a ripe opportunity for us to get out in front of some people.
I might be open to joining.
Okay. We'll circle back around on that.
When is that?
Next month. It's August 23rd is when they're porting, and they're gonna be here from
Oh, it's August.
yeah, 0700 to 1300.
Yeah, I'm going to be out of pocket. I'll let you know when, but in a couple of months, so I'll just let you know.
Okay.
So this would be at the dock.
Yeah, I don't remember what pier I think there's only one pier that can house a cruise ship. I think it's at the end near like Portland Pie and the ferry terminal.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. We'll talk about it later in other months in the future. I don't have a contact. So for those of you that remember, we were contacted by a YAL chapter chair from UMO about a year ago. We were getting spun up with some tabling materials, and we're appending our brand. And then that outfit went completely, actually, yeah, it was Peyton Warren. So he's on our Discord, but he only had signed on a year ago, and we haven't sight nor hair of him since. So either Brian or Jim, I'd like one of you to reach out to him. I think I have his phone number as well. And in fact, I'll share his contact with both of you.
Yeah, if you text that to me, I'll be glad to reach out to him.
Yeah. How do we do that? Peyton Warren, Yale State Chair. Yeah, there's an email and just bear with me for a moment, gents. And now to the most important thing that I wanted to talk about this evening. And actually, we're doing really good on time. Is the LNC region discussion. So there is going to be, as a lot of you know, that regions reorganize and get moved around quite regularly. That is going to happen again this convention. And I wanted to kind of pull the group and see what people's thoughts are on us moving regions. Without giving too much away on this publicly recorded and published video, there are two large states in our region that are leaving our region. And with the remaining states, we will not fulfill the threshold of 10% of the LNC in order to maintain a seat on the board. So Maine and the other smaller states in the region have a decision to make. as far as if we join with a larger state that's going out of their region, if we want to go regionless, meaning we would have no direct representation on the LNC. Kind of wanted to touch base with everyone, what your thoughts are, and then also field questions, because I realize I've been somewhat ambiguous with the details here.
Looking strictly geographically, how can we change regions when we're stuck in the northeast corner here?
So
before we get too far down this rabbit hole,
yeah.
Can I just make a question suggestion?
Sure.
Is this something we could that we may need to save for an executive session?
You know what? We can pause the recording and then we can come back to it if we need to.
Because I don't know that this is necessarily public information to be discussing.
Yeah.
If we're not coming to any decisions, we can just have a discussion after the formal meeting.
Okay.
We can do that as well.
And you know what? That's probably the better way to go. So with that, I will motion to adjourn.
Second.
Before we do that, we got nothing else to talk about tonight?
Nope. That's the last thing on the agenda.
All right. Yeah. Somebody already seconded.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, you can't oppose. All right. We are adjourned.